Welcome to a quick video about short sales. Should you consider buying a short sale in today's market? Well, frankly, short sales are one of the best deals in the marketplace. This is a quick video about why these homes sell for 5 to 10% below bank-owned homes, which helps to make them the best deals on the market. And if you're not paying cash and you are doing more of a typical or normal financing, then you're going to get a better deal on a short sale because a lot of these bank-owned homes are going for cash. Now, here is a key point. Only make an offer on a short sale when you are certain that the agent who is selling you the home and your agent as a buyer both know the process involved in short sales. Otherwise, you are going to be stuck in the process for 6 months or more. If your agent understands how the short sale works and what's needed to complete the entire process, it can be as short as 60 days. So let's get into the key steps for completing a short sale purchase. So what are the key steps to getting into a short sale? Key step number 1, do you have the time? Yes, short sales take longer, plain and simple, than a bank-owned property does. A good short sale agent will get this done in 60 to 90 days. They should never take more than 120 days in a normal situation. Now keep in mind, not every situation is normal. About 70% of the situations are what we consider normal. You also have to understand that in 2011, the amount of successful short sales jumped. Here's an example. 28% of the marketplace was short sales in 2011 compared to 8% in 2010. That means that short sales are becoming much faster, but you still have to make sure that you have a little bit of time because of what happens to short sales in the marketplace. Here's an example of what happens with a short sale. A home that sold 3 years ago for $727,000 sold in a short sale for $275,000. That same home, if it were bank-owned, would have sold for about $350,000. So short sales are definitely the best deal out there, but you have to make sure you have the time that it's going to take to do the process and do it right. So why do the banks do this? Once again, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, and that's the way we look at short sales. Key step 2, work with realtors that know short sales. Be blunt. Ask them right up front to show you their track record with short sales. Tell them to give you proof that they know short sales. A good realtor makes this process simple and easy. As a buyer, you're not paying the fees, the bank is. So you want to make sure that you get a realtor that is good and is going to work for you. The listing agent does 99% of the work, so make sure they have experience. So if you're going to make an offer on a short sale, make sure the listing agent has a good track record on short sales. Ask your realtor to search the MLS and see, has the listing agent closed the short sales in the proper amount of time? Do they know what they're doing? Or did they just list the house and say, yes, we know about short sales? And if they don't know what they're doing, you could be in for a nightmare. That is the reason short sales have created such a bad reputation. A lot of agents who don't know what they are doing think they do, and you'll end up with a 6 to 12 month short sale. And ask about the listing agent's process to handle short sales. Do they have a system and a process that they go through to get the short sales through? You do this and your short sales are going to be a dream opportunity for you. Just remember, this process can take time, so don't get frustrated. Okay, here's key step number 3. Be open-minded to a counteroffer from the bank. Most of the time, the bank will make a counteroffer. Be willing to consider it. Don't get frustrated. Don't get mad. This is what they do. The banks are willing to work with you. They're just not willing to give the home away. They go off of what is called the broker price opinion. So that is why it's so important for your realtor and the listing agent to be at the meeting if possible and show them comparables your buyer's realtor came up with to justify the price you're offering. Again, the banks are willing to work with you. They're just not willing to give the home away. And they know they're going to have to sell the house below a bank-owned property price. Okay, those are the key steps. Okay, so why do banks do short sales? Frankly, banks make more money on a short sale than they do on a foreclosure. they make between 10 to 13% more money on a short sale. That is how they can afford to sell them for less money than a bank-owned home. The house stays in better shape. And like I mentioned before, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. They know if they can get it done in a short sale instead of a foreclosure that is bank-owned, then they're way better off. If they get it done in a short sale, they're really better off financially than selling it as a bank-owned property. It's all about the money. That's why your offer needs to be fair offer and not 40 to 60% below market value. Have your realtor run a market analysis for you before you make the offer so you have something to back you up. You'll have a good feeling for the market after you've been out there looking at homes, and don't make some ridiculous offer that's 40 to 60% below the market. They're not going to take it. These banks are not stupid. They do appraisals. They will accept an offer below market, just not 40 to 60%. So if you want to make an offer at 40 to 60% below market value, then be prepared to wait 12 to 24 months for you to get a final deal. It comes down to being realistic. Okay, thanks for watching this video. So why am I offering this information on short sales free of charge to you? Honestly, I thought to myself, if I get this information out into the marketplace, then everybody wins. I want to make sure that you get a good and amazing and fair deal no matter who you work with as a realtor. And as you may know, selling homes is our passion, but it also is what pays our bills. So if you want more information on doing a short sale and potentially want to work with me, I'd love to help you. Though we want to make sure this information is in the open market at no cost, even if you were to work with another realtor. My goal is to make sure you get the best deal, and if you'd like to work with me, just give me a call or drop me an email. Have a great day, and I hope those tips helped you.